GME Realistic Price Prediction DD. Shows meme of uncontrolled anchor dropping from ship. I've never seen this clip in its entirety. It's long as F. Those workers have some balls standing right behind that thing while it's running away like that. Diamond balls hold. Got to get that jeweler's saw to trim up the edges. If it even reaches to $500, I will effing eat my shorts with a grin on my face for you all to watch. Edit. I already have a pair of thick-ass shorts set out for this. Let me just say one thing, I like the stock. $126 for March 12th calls at $500 are really tempting. I'm going to look back at this comment and laugh. I work on ships and a runaway chain is one of the scariest things that happen somewhat frequently. Those abs absolutely have balls of steel to attempt to continue to try and apply the brakes to it. Yeah, I worked on a tanker as a OS once. We were taught to just run away at that point because once the chain snaps it could snap back and kill you. I know it's not the same, but I went up the mast once on a 50 feet cat to replace the autopilot, with two of my mates spotting me with ropes and harness. One of the ropes snapped on the ascension and it is only by luck I caught the mast because we were mid-pitch and I believably could have swung away and broken my neck 45 feet below. Boat scary as hell. Where did you find a 50 feet cat? You can find plenty of large cats in ports. They get big from killing all the rats that come off the catamarans. Isn't fisherman like the most dangerous job? I think the mortality rate of US presidents is higher. Edit 8 out of 45 presidents have died in office. Logging is the next highest according to Google at 3 per 100K. F. That thing looks heavy as hell. I feel like it could lightly fall on you and kill you, let alone snap back. Heavy equipment malfunctions go bad fast. I've seen enough videos of that crap going south in a moment I would be out of there. I love me some good r/catastrophic failure, Reddit link. After some thought, I'm not going to click it. It's not gore, I think it's pretty cool. They have flared fatality warnings too. Usually not visible either, just like this huge factory explosion happened, it's on film, and yes, people died. This is modern Reddit, not 4chan after all. It's not gore. Just crap going wrong catastrophically. Has some great content like Admiral Cloudberg's series on plane crashes. Can confirm. I work with that crap too, latest job was 175mm chain. When crap starts running, just find a spot with plenty of steel around you and get small fast. Grab the nearest retard trying to watch it if you have time. 20mm tugger wires will kill you just as fast as the big chain. That kind of load and speed, it just needs to touch you. Can still count the incidents I've nearly been killed on one hand still. Sure would like this crap to moon so I don't have to deal with the oil field anymore. Was a nuke on an aircraft carrier and went up on the flight deck for something super specific for a couple minutes. Everything there was trying to kill me. I don't know how real sailors do it. Heavy industry is very very dangerous and I was happy being underwater next to the reactor. Heard another reactor guy tell me that reactor crew and submariners are more likely to have daughters after a few years around the reactor. Any truth to that or just a bunch of BS to amuse idiots like me? Oil fields are no joke. I hope you never have to return either. Made a move to a better company. Now I'm more on the management side when I'm in the field, so I'm typically not in dangerous situations anymore. Still, don't want any of my crew to get hurt, we've all got families to get home to. At least now when I don't feel right about something on the job I can shut it all down and my management chain actually has my back instead of just regurgitating the same old HSE cliches without actually meaning it. Somewhat frequently. That much chain can't be cheap, this has got to be one hell of an expense. Only a couple million. But if I recall correctly, they do everything they can to get it back because of how expensive it is. I figured they'd have to, but is this truly all that common? It's rare-ish but common enough that anchor chain recovery is an entire industry, if that makes any sense. Law of big numbers. It's a low chance that it happens for a single given ship, but there's many ships around to it happens commonly overall. I would be like I'm going to go get the stuff to slow IT down, BRB. And then just stand down below for a minute until it's done. What is this a video of? Ship anchor probably. Were they dropping anchor into a effing black hole? Crap kept going like an endless handkerchief. Correct me if I am wrong, but the ocean is deep? It mostly doesn't matter how deep it is. When you take a poop, the poop hitting the bottom of the toilet doesn't make the poop from your butt stop. Oh, Lemon Chair has a point. I've taken large poops in small RV toilet bowls, and well, you'd be surprised. Not a good feeling. Lamau, what the F? No, that checks out. This guy should know. He knows how to access internet. No, they make sense. Exactly. This is unironically a good analogy for how anchors work. No, not true. When my wife's boyfriend lets me play Sea of Thieves, I can drop anchor anywhere I want in only 3.6 seconds. The true DD is always in the comments. If you don't work the brake properly, the anchor chain will pay out all the anchor chain that's in the locker. Which is what happened in this case. Don't think so. If I recall correctly, the brake was faulty and stopped working at some point. Don't think it was a human problem. It locks up, and after that is working janky until it just fails entirely. User error or not, I don't know. I'd say both. I rarely see anyone dropping the anchor by hand just using the brake alone. Usually, you use the winch to lower the anchor. The brake holds the chain in place so you can engage/disengage the winch. The winch is usually operated via hydraulics, so it'd take a lot for the anchor and chain to run away from you if it's coupled to the winch. Let's all just agree we gained a new respect for engineering today because I was waiting for that spool to explode. The weight of the chain between the boat and the bottom is more than the weight of the chain between the boat and the chain storage compartment. So it will pull down all the chain if the brake fails. Kind of the same principle than siphoning a gas tank. Once it starts, it will drain the whole thing. Ocean is mad deep, fam. Some parts near the beach are pretty shallow, I bet. Pretty sure it's just a straight down cliff as soon as there's any water at all. Sort of like the chart of my portfolio. Yeah, I was expecting this gift to show $0 when the chain finished. Almost like the chain is heavy and every foot of it off the boat and into the water adds to the heavy. The depth of the ocean wherever they are doesn't matter. It does matter though. If the water is shallow, once the anchor hits the bottom, throwing more overboard no longer adds to the heavy. Steady state heavy versus linearly increasing heavy. They are putting an anchor down in really deep water, and it kind of goes wrong. It's not terribly uncommon. Pretty much what happens is that the more chain they let out to lower the anchor, the more weight is hanging on the mechanism that is supposed to control the speed/amount of chain going out. As more and more weight of chain is dangling from the boat into the depths of the ocean, the mechanism is under more and more stress. When there's not much chain out yet, it can let it go fast, because it can stop it. But once there's so much already out, if it gets going over a certain speed, there's no way the brakes or whatever sort of mechanism they have here can resume slowing/stopping it. The more chain that goes out, the slower they have to go, or they will lose it completely. Which is what happened here. The weight of the chain that was hanging became so great that the mechanism could no longer resist the pull of just the hanging length. Great read, thank you. Stupid question, that was an expensive amount of metal and it sank to incredible depths. It's no way recoverable, correct? Anchor chain recovery is an entire industry in itself. It's expensive, but like you note, that's a lot of dollar of metal going overboard, and lost anchors and chains represent a significant navigation hazard as well. You don't drop anchor in water so deep that your chain won't reach. If you're in the deep ocean, you use not the chain/hook system. If an anchor/chain somehow breaks loose over extremely deep water, you are correct that it's unrecoverable. Web link. You bastard. Because of your link I learned what a sea anchor was and even read about the design and was about to click on uses, but then realized I was rabbit trailing hard, spending way too much time reading about sea anchors when my main goal was to scroll through the comments. You might have slowed me down, but you'll never stop me. If I read your comment and still did the same exact effing thing. Here's a company that does just that, When this has been posted before, pretty sure I remember reading an article talking about the recovery of this specific chain, but in 3 minutes of searching I couldn't find it. Web link. If you give up after 3 minutes of searching, I don't recommend getting into the anchor chain recovery industry. ! Subscribe to Anchor Facts. Sir, can't you see? It's GME stock price going rocket. 57 links, each weighing 350 pounds, make up just one 90-foot shot of chain that weighs a total of 20,500 pounds. 12 shots of chain collectively hold a 60,000-pound anchor. allhands.navy.mil. Best DD I've read yet. So much clearer on video for the visual learners. FRFR. Finally, a financial analysis I can understand. So my holding position at $240 is still looking good. Yup. Better than my economy teacher. Ah ha 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 yay. I had to watch and make sure that counter goes and surpasses $300 plus, cause that's what I bought at. That's a huge DD. I got a huge DD. Best porn I have watched in decades. You're 14, bruh. Actually, I'm 1.4. Somehow I'm a prodigy who knows the entire English language and also has investment money as well as a deep understanding of meme lore. What does DD mean? Cup size of the girl you can get when GME is over 9,000. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Watch for the cup and handle, smiley face, celebratory hands in the air, gemstone, money bag, rocket, full moon. My wife's already DDs. What do I get? Ask her boyfriend. I'm sure her boyfriend is happy. A DD is a condition where someone has trouble paying attention. Diamond Dick. That's my grandfather's nickname. Dinosaur Dick. Diamond Dingleberries. Titties. Dunkin' Donuts. Double dose of pimpin'. It's a fascinating lifestyle. Can we skip the technicals, please? Where did you get your diploma in primate studies? I'd like to go to the same college as you. You wrote college but meant to say reservation. Harambe Jones School of Business at Ohio State. Wait, the Ohio State University? I hope so. I go online and send my tuition as cash to a guy to go drop it off for me. Says he can get me a cash discount. Dicks out for the Harambe Jones School of Business at the Ohio State University. RIP, a real one, gone but never forgotten, celebratory gesture. Y'all remember when that guy released tigers and lions and crap in Ohio? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.